Okay, so this is going to be b3 part 2. So c6, b3, queen e7, and now what if they go a4? So now a4, bishop a3 is coming. There's pretty much nothing you can do to stop it, but what they did do is they gave you this b4 square. So what I like to do here is go a5, bishop a3, and we actually take here because the knight on a3 is pretty misplaced because there's a pawn on c6. If there is pawn on c5, he could go knight b5 and he'd have a great square here. And if he can't go here, knight c2 doesn't really do anything for him. There's no real path after this. We do not take. So we go a5. They're taken back. And then generally the strat that you're going to see is, I mean, we can castle first if you want. And then they're going to make some moves. And you're going to go knight a6 and knight to b4. And this is the advantage of us going c6 and them going c4. We actually have the b4 square for the knight. And then eventually what you're going to do is b6, bishop b7, c5. Another idea is you can go knight b4, b6, and bishop a6. Put the bishop on this diagonal. And then you have some really nice queenside play with the knight on b4 and the bishop on a6. So though you're kind of left with the worst pieces, because of a4, you have enough squares to compensate for it. And I mean, you could even argue that black is doing better here. So that's what you want to do if they go a4. I'll review it real quick. A4, pretty much you can't stop him from going bishop a3. So we go a5, bishop a3. I like to take, I mean, you can ignore it too, but might as well displace this knight because it doesn't want to be there. And then knight a6 and then knight b4. And then castle, get the bishop out. You have a good position.